My name now Ogaga Daniel Asagba. So like I talked before, I be actor. I'm an Hollywood actor. I be content writer, art writer.
Okay, so exclude a demonstration, like worried boy. So how was it like for you, a worried boy, going to that big space? You know, that a lot of big minds in entertainment already there in Lagos, and you enter that space, and you're even in the space of the likes of the Bovie and a lot of people acting skits and movies together. How was it like for you?
So basically it was kind of very challenging.
Okay.
Because to be very honest, when I got into Lagos, I wanted to just be a normal 9-to-5 person.
Okay.
In as much, I always wanted to be an actor, be a superstar, like I used to call myself when I was growing up. How to go about it was really very clear because I didn't know anybody there. So it's not like I actually know one person that's going to actually link me up to the industry. But I knew at some point I needed to go for, I needed to start going for auditions basically. And so it got to a point where I got to Lagos. I didn't go and apply for a teaching job. I had teaching on the island. They paid teachers very well on the island. So like, let me try and apply for a teaching job. So I got there, and at some point, you're just giving me very outrageous amounts as a teacher. Someone was actually calculated 35,000. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So like, it's not going to work. So I was at home. Then one day I also saw a friend of mine went to the same school, Uniben, and I'm Uniben boy actually. So went to the same school, Uniben, and she posted on her status, right, that they are looking for actors, extras.
Okay, extras.
Like they are close to Shokotedo or Aja, like actually coming, just let me know. I'm like, her name is Annabelle. Like, Annabelle, how far? Are they Lagos? Why they be now? Lift me up now. Say, okay, I could come now. They pay 5K a day. 5K a day for 3 days. How much? 15,000. I want to place. He want to offer me 30,000, 35,000 a month. Like, no. I'm in. So as I got there, and when I got there, I started meeting people, like, how is it done? And they told me that I need to start going for auditions, and they usually have a group where they get to share these updates. So I went there. I was very amazed by by the stuff they actually do there. So so from there they started giving me updates. Did this group, from this group you'll get updates. And I got there. So when I was going for their playing role extras, I was not very comfy because I knew I wanted to do more. I wanted to be the major actor basically. So I started going for auditions. So as a worry boy now, going back to your question, as a worry boy, like now I have to be somewhere by 10 o'clock. As a worry boy, I know I can wake up around 9:30 or 9 o'clock, and I'll see meet up there. I had the ideology, and I was never applying all of the ideology in Lagos. Audition starts by 9 o'clock. I said, make up around 8 o'clock. I wake up around 8 o'clock. But I'll get audition after 11 to 12. And sometimes even when audition is by 10 o'clock, I begin to realize then that people actually they come audition ground around 5.
So 5 everywhere is already filled up. And
it's like people say, you never serious, so for this job you need to be active. I say, me worry about Kailas. I say next time now. So from there I started having that trying to adjust to that culture, writing the habits, and I started going to auditions. It's one time I went to one audition at 5:30 or hustle. I actually got it. I did hustle one time, and I got it. I got the job. I did one episode in hustle and the Johnson. So basically, it was just I actually do on air from audition. So for you to go into Lagos, you need to start networking, meeting people, trying to thanks to the internet right now. So you have these updates, auditions, go for auditions, develop your skills, work on your craft. Because when you get to do that, you have the opportunity to meet people. As a worry boy going there, it was all of that, trying to adjust to their timing, their culture. It was kind of crazy, but then I adjusted.
So now, what are some of the challenges you face even before going to Lagos, and how everything before you even become who you are today?
Accommodation. You need to have where to stay, because sometimes going to Lagos, I don't have anywhere to stay. Can pose as a challenge, but luckily for me, thanks to God, I actually had my elder brother who actually encouraged me to come to Lagos and be with him. But at the point I was saying, I need to go and study law in school. My brother was telling me that it's not going to school and go and study law. I don't know, I spent that 5 years and I'm going to do what you wanted to do. So money was really an issue at some point. And my parents, they were very encouraging, to be honest. They really encouraged me because it's very, very difficult for like a worry boy telling your parents that you want to come and become an actor. It sounds like you're not serious with your life.
Yes, so
when you want to marry, to do all of that. So it's very hard for them to actually take in. But at some point they started encouraging me. Then I will see they come and say, I never see get better job, but it seems to show me love. So it was very hard becoming trying to be an actor, because you need to go for auditions. I need to dress well. You need to look
presentable.
You need to look exactly. You need to look presentable, because you go there, you see one of your fellow guys don't dress well, smells nice, and you go there because they look very, very basic. So nobody wants to approach you, as it were. So money was a very, very important aspect for me, because we needed to meet all of that lifestyle. And that's why at some point I go do the extras. When you go do extras, you get small pay, like 5K, 10K, just to follow the lifestyle. But then it's still not sufficient. Then when you got to a point where it's at the big screen, you need to sustain the lifestyle. So that's when the culture of you can't stick to having just one job. You need to have more than one thing to do. So basically, me as a content writer and ad writer, it forms the lifestyle of an actor, because I won't tell you that I go on set every day. Yes, well, let's relatively get well paid, but then you don't go to set every day. So the point where you go to set in January, the next thing you are likely to be on set is by February, March, right? So how do you sustain that lifestyle? So that's when the other job, the side hustle, actually gets to support the lifestyle. So
huge money coming out from content creating, from skits, from movie acting in general. So what do you have to say about that aspect? The people that always say, I bet money not too deal this thing, just they act, they waste your time, they travel, go here, and not really they come outside from this thing well.
So at some point it was like all cruise. But now you are very sensitive to the era. You begin to realize that people are actually making mad money from content. And I want to make reference to a senior colleague, I see as a mentor as well, Omoni Obuli. All this year launch, he has done almost, I think, about 36 movies this year. And there's a reason why she will do 36 movies a year. You want to begin to break it down. She's probably doing like 3 movies a month. So you begin to wonder, like, how is she able to do all of that? So because the reason why she's doing all of that is not because of cruise. It's because there is money.
There's money.
And thanks to this money through platforms like Facebook, YouTube especially, people are being very intentional about the things they create. You have the likes of Brother Shaggy, Lai Wasabi, Tommy K, and all of that, and Nasboy. They're trying to get into that space. Some people won't mock Don Jazz. Don Jazz don't talk to skit maker, but you think it's just catching cruise. They're making money. Do you understand? So so it's not all just cruise. They're actually making money. They're trying to attract audience, because content brands, companies, they tend to want to patronize influencers, patronize actors that actually got large audience base, because they want to, the essence of business to make profit, they want to reach out to the public. So when you see that you have lots of followers, they want to patronize. Like I said, I'm a content and ad writer, so I understand how this thing works. So basically they look for influencers that got large audience base. Maybe a company like maybe Access Bank, or maybe Facebook or Google. We want to sell this particular concept, this particular brand. So can we use Brother Shaggy to sell this brand? Then you try to understand Brother Shaggy's character, and you write a skit, a content that aligns with their brief. And they tell Brother Shaggy to go and act the skit. I think they are joking. They are moving. You know how much this guy gets paid just to do a content. I don't want to start spilling all of that, but they get paid well in millions to do all of that. So you're doing content now. Maybe you are starting up and you think, people will tell you catchy cruise. You're not serious.
Just they fool himself online.
Someone who is 40 years old, they fool instead, they jump the line. People like the A1 that is senior bros. Or like my brother, both. You see, they laugh, they do like more. This is not they do. They are making money. So right now, people need to start graduating from the era of you are playing. People are actually making money from those platforms. YouTube are making money from those platforms. I feel like I'm not moving enough, because maybe because of my family background. So sometimes I'm usually tamed by time I go to my talk. But then when you think about the money these guys are making, you go crazy. People actually basically they literally walk around. I don't know this guy is
Yes, now.
Is that guy is going crazy? He's going gaga, right? So he's doing that. He's not just doing that by default. He's doing that because he's generating funds, to himself, to support his family, to support those haters as well. So that is it basically. So I won't just ridicule the idea of. Of
course. So just tell us about visa on arrival, because as I just talk this visa on arrival, maybe people will not even know you before. They would know you because of this visa on arrival. If you don't know who they watch visa on arrival, you know this guy as Moses. In case you have not watched before, go and watch it. Visa on arrival. The guy that is in our studio now, his name is Moses. So I beg, Visa on Arrival, let us know. How far?
Visa on Arrival is like you just said, is a show going on, a comedy series, Nollywood comedy series. It's actually owned by Accelerate, but the idea is created by Uncle Bros Bovie. I like calling him that, Bovie, right? And immigration, just more like a ridicule of how sometimes, to a very large extent, the Nigerian workers in government parastatals, how they get to operate, how they get to behave. So that's it, but it's comedy, done in comedy. So remember, I was at home with my cousin. And I was my cousin saying, "What do you do for? Why don't we just go catch? We just sometimes out of boredom, we just go to audition ground, just to go and meet people, just go catch. Because worry boy, I want to just life of the party. What would you do now? Let's go there. Anything can happen. If you just go get this, And I was like, we just been very locked out. At the end of the day, we left for the audition, and I got there like around 11, around to 12. And they told me that you cannot audition, that audition is over. Like, I don't understand. You know where they come from? I don't come from these things. If I come, I don't come go back. I don't go back. I need to do this audition. They say audition ends by 9 and you are here by 12. What do you think? Like, it's not possible. We should be done with the audition. So I'm not telling that I'm not going to leave, that I must do this audition again. Yeah. They say, so when they was telling me that I assure you will not do this audition, I said you must do this audition. I was just doing, even the people that won't came there, they won't begging that please. Don't go use your own to now spoil our own. We won't try to beg them. I told them no, like work out your own salvation. Like I'm doing my own thing. Like I'm trying to tell them. Like I feel like I can't come here, come this far and tell me to just go back. I don't think it's up. They actually they come from Aja. You say off now Aja. Say why are you like when they come? I say but not fair. We just need to. We call him. I'm not come and try now. That's how we tried, all of us. The audition, all of us, and I did my thing. The audition, everybody, and. He called, so he tried calling everyone. He called my cousin. My cousin got the call back, and we're like, you're going to be on set. He told the money going to pay him for that episode. We're like, hey, we don't play episode. So everybody were just waiting for. So actually got a call, but I was in another production, right? Okay. They won't lodge me in one hotel. So means it was like flex that time, like, I feel like this, but how much they only pay? I beg, I'm not sure I go day. So when we were calling me, I told them I'm going to be. I was telling them I wasn't going to be available. They said, are you sure? I said, I'm going to be available. They said, okay. Because they were telling me that if I'm going to be available from November 30th to December 2nd. So I told them I'm not going to be available. So the producer of the other production was now saying, instead of telling these guys that you're not going to be available, why don't you try and negotiate? Try and tell them that, okay, I can't be available so and so time, but I can be available 2nd and 3rd. They're just saying, you're not going to be available at all. Yeah. So I said, okay, that makes sense. I said, if they call me, I'm going to have that conversation with them. And they called. He said, this Gaga Daniel. I said, yeah, this is Gaga Daniel. Like, okay, we don't know if you're going to be available 30th to 2nd of December. I told them, no, I'm not going to be available, but I'll be available 2nd and 3rd. They said, no, they needed someone. I said, I'm not going to be available. So I was trying to understand why they were actually yeah. So I said, I beg. So that Sunday morning, they called again. I said, I'm not going to be available. I'm like, why did they call me? They didn't say my name, Gaga Daniel. Then, for they call again, I told my cousin that see if they call again, I'll tell them I'm available. That's why they calling me, like, what's going on? I said, maybe it's God trying to push something, and they called again. Why should we to Gaga Daniel? I said, this is Gaga Daniel. I'm going to be available from 30th to December 2nd. I said, I'm going to be available. They said, okay, they'll get back to me. I was not expecting maybe they want to tell me that we are in one particular episode. Don't forget to now send me the book and say, oh, you are in all episodes, you are playing the character Moses. So you're like, It's a very nice show. I really want to encourage you guys, for those who have not watched it yet, to watch it, and I can assure you, you're going to enjoy this period.
Okay.